Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, with a brand new video for you guys today. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're all feeling good, looking good, smelling good. Today's boys got a video for you guys today, and this video is going to be a little different than our normal video. Usually we just do player reviews or discussion videos, but today I got a tactics video for you guys today. I want to share, if you're curious, what my go-to tactics were in this game. I'm going to show you my go-to 4-3-3 bracket too. Now, before we go into about the tactics, you have to understand certain things when it comes to any tactics, whether it's this one or one you watch from Inception or one you watch from Now Easy, you get from Nick. Who do you get your tactics from? How you play the game matters for what results you're going to get with any kind of tactics you use. There's a reason why the meta's the meta. The meta gives you is min-maxing. It's the easiest tactics, the easiest formation that allows you to have success with little brain power. Not all tactics are that way. These tactics right here I'm going to show you are for people who are good at manual defense, good at build-up play, and good at just scoring. So, when it comes to what kind of personnel you want to have in this team, all your forwards need to be good passers. All of them. Like, you can't have one forward who has just a little bad passing. No, all your forwards need to have good passing, even if necessary. You want some passing play styles. You don't have to have passing play styles on your striker, but it'll make things a lot better because it's a very, very tiki-taka heavy style of the 4-3-3 bracket too. Robin doesn't have any passing play styles, but Goro does. Goro has ping pass, and she has incisive pass and wet pass. So, you do want passing play styles in personal opinion, but right now we're just going for like just straight out scoring. And that's kind of like the goal of this tactics. The goal of tactics is just kind of like overpower your opponent with attack, because in this formation you essentially have 5 attackers at any given time with all 3 of your forwards and your box-to-box player and your playmaker. These are all players that are making attacking runs. And with that said, you also need to have players who are capable of getting back on defense fast enough, because this is a counter-attack heavy game. So you need to have, a cam. You need to have a center mid who can play defense on both ends. Not necessarily when it comes to like your playmaker, but you do want them to be able to be physical. You need your playmaker to have pace and physicality so they can, win the ball back in the midfield. So for the most part in this video, you're going to see a lot of Alozie because I was doing her Evo. So you won't see Morgan a lot in this video. You'll see a lot of just Alozie because we'll finish her Evo. Her Evo requirement to get some wins and rivals. But for the most part, like I said, it's all about how you play the game. Not every tactic's gonna work for you. Some of you might try this tactic out and get your ass beat. Because it's, like I said, it's all about the person behind the sticks, how you play the game. You got to have good build-up play. You got to have right personnel. And also, then this is the most important thing about this formation, you have to be good at manual defense. The 4-2-1-3 erases needing to be good at manual defense. You just got to just play the game, and the 4-2-1-3 would just carry you. And it's a carry formation. So if you're looking to get carried, this is information for you. Go play the 4-2-1-3, let that carry you. But if you're someone who's good at manual defense, someone who is good at build up and tiki-taka play, you will love playing pretty much any 4-3-3, whether it's 4-3 bracket 2, 4-3 bracket 4. It doesn't matter. They will all facilitate what you want when it comes to tiki-taka build up play and showcasing your manual defensive skill. So when it comes to that defense, you do want people who have anticipate, block, and intercept. You want a bruiser. So what I would say for balance purposes is to have one of each. So Holland has a bruiser and he has freaking block, whereas Rio has anticipate and he has intercept. That makes for a great front two when it comes to defending your box and defending your keeper. When it comes to your fullbacks, we don't have a hard on fullback plus, but you do want plus. The reason why I'm okay with her having it because she's just so good in this game to where it doesn't even freaking matter. She can be off Kim and off roll and still perform. She also has rapid and quick step, so she can be able to transition very easily and tracking back and have just a lot of pace with that defense being 87 and the physical being high as well. And other than I think like one play style, yeah. So she has all the important things you want for your fullback. She has intercept, she has anticipate, and she has bruiser and jockey. Those most important things you want on your fullback. Cafu, he has everything, so it's not even really an issue when it comes to Cafu. But for the most part, like I said, when it comes to personnel, you just want to make sure you have people who you can mainly defend with, who can intercept the ball, who can play for the ball. You have Marquez in because it's intercept and long ball. You want someone in that pivot position who can distribute the ball. Personally, I wish he had more passing because you do want a good passer. You want good passers everywhere when it comes to your entire team because you're moving that ball around a lot. It doesn't matter if you're playing with your fullbacks or your freaking center backs or your midfield. You're going to be trying to distribute, pass that ball around a lot. This is a very, very pass-heavy tactic and very, very pass-heavy formation. Your box to box, same thing. You want someone who's physical, someone with good passing, someone who can score and play defense. More so than any other position on this field, you want that here. You know, you want someone who has that physicality, that defense, and the ability to score. You want like just the peak. This is if there's anyone who should be meta in your squad, it should be your freaking box-to-box player, because this person is very, very crucial to you playing this formation. Why? Because they're basically they're going to come back on defense. Yaya has to come back on defense and play with it. And now people are like very weird about how center mids work in this game, but trust me when I tell you this, my boxes are usually so good at tracking back. They're in the box. They're in the box with my center backs playing defense. So you want to have people who are fast enough to get to where they need to get to be able to play defense and be able to attack, be able to make progressive runs. This is a formation where you want to use left bumper and right bumper to do your runs. For those who don't know, left bumper on your controller, you send a player forward. Remember, right on your controller, follow a player back. This is a very manual team, very manual form of defense and very manual form of attacking. This is not for the casual player. Like, let's be honest, just be calling a buck. This is not for the casual player. This is not for someone who needs to be carried by the 4-2-1-3. You know, so we want to get to the tactics. And you're like, you're yapping. Don't get to tactics in a second. Like I said, you don't have to have the exact same players that I have. You know, you can go meta with this, because it's not about necessarily, you know, the type of player, more so than having the play styles, having the stats, and then just manually doing things yourself when it comes down to it. So let's get to the tactics. So as I said before, we're playing a 4-3 bracket 2, aka the 4-3 be holding, playing at a high, and we're playing at short passing. Why short passing? Honestly, this is somewhere you can be a little creative with. Short passing and balance is what I would say go with. More so depends on what you're dealing with. The short passing is very, very good to counter the 4-2-1-3. The 4-2-1-3 has a hard time dealing with short passing, and again, the 4-2-1-3 is all about making sure that you can't, you know, attack essentially. So if you're playing a formation that allows you to kind of just control possession and outscore your opponent, the 4-2-1-3 doesn't matter, because it's a hard formation. It's a counter attack formation, and the point of that is, if they're already like losing the game, if they're already down 3-0, 2-0, they're gonna have a harder time playing, because, you know, it's meant to be a counter attack. You're controlling the ball. You have all possession. Short passing is good for that. We're playing at 75. I would say anywhere between 70 to 75 is good depth for this formation. You can honestly, you can go 95. I wouldn't, because 95 depth. The issue with 95 depth, people don't understand, is this game is very, very through ball heavy, and 95 depth is very easy to counter with just through balls. If you're playing against someone who knows how to just do the perfectly timed through ball, the perfect run, they hit LB, then they hit Y, you're going to get cut up if you're playing on 95 depth. And honestly, you can say the same thing about any high depth, but at least when you're playing at like 70, 75, you have that chance to get your center backs and your full backs in position to deal with it. So that's what we're dealing with right there. When it comes to your forwards, we got inside forward roaming when it comes to our wingers. Now, right here, this is going to be different based on personnel. Alice Morgan doesn't have false 9++, so she's playing poacher support. In this formation, false 9++ is the best thing to use in this formation. We're not running it because Morgan doesn't have it. You want to have pluses everywhere, other than, you know, like I said, I don't have a heart on it because she's just too good to what it doesn't freaking matter. But for this formation, false 9 is what you should be playing. And when it comes to playing a 4-3 bracket 2, that's what I allow for a lot of things. It's going to basically give you like the second cam, because it's going to drop into the midfield, be able to facilitate offense between your inside forward roaming players as well. And that box to box, and your playmaker will be making runs too. That person will be getting a lot of assists. Trust me. But Morgan doesn't have it. So we're having our poacher plus support. Why support? I just like it the way it works. Support, you know, your poacher, as it says, you know, they will be aggressive at pressing in possession, and it kind of like force players to make a mistake. And you won't see it during this video because, you know, like I said, for the most part, you're going to be seeing false 9 with Lozier. But when Morgan is on the field in my previous videos, because this isn't the first time, like if you watch any of my videos leading up until, you know, this video, Morgan is on poacher support in all those videos, and she just freaking cooks. But yeah, moving on. Box to box, self-explanatory. Playmaker, you can go either playmaker roaming here or playmaker attack here. Depends on what you feel like you need. I went with attack because I don't need the roam, but like I said before, is it just is going to dictate based on what you feel like you are more comfortable with and what you need. Understand when it comes to playmakers, I don't know if something that EA did recently, but they will make defensive runs. So don't be afraid that, oh, you have too many attackers, because, you know, they're going to be pushing up. You know, on defense they will come back, so don't worry about that. In attack, you know, the box spots will do what they're going to do. The deep playmaker kind of plays this like another DM, which is why we don't have it on build up. You don't need your CDM on build up in this formation. You can, if you feel like, if you're confident enough to like get back on defense, but you don't need the extra attacker, because when you have someone on build up, they will make an attack and run. I don't need my DM to make an attack and run. Just play defense. Deep playmaker is very, very good. I know defense is also very good. Like I said, they're the pivot. They're gonna be the one who's distributing that ball to the box player, to the playmaker, to some wingers. The connection between the attack and the defense, so that he plays a very, very important role. Because of defense, it's all just standard. You know, all, you know, fullback defend, center defend. Honestly, I kind of want to like try to see how this will play with wingback. So I'm thinking about trying out something like a wingback version of this. I'm thinking like wingback support, because it will give us basically like a second, you know, DM essentially. Like this person will basically just play with Marquez, you know, to just watch for counterattacks. You can also say the same thing when it comes to false back. False back can do the exact same thing, where you put it off like defend, and it kind of just plays, you know, facilitate that exact same kind of role. But for most part, we mostly just played the meta style of, you know, formats on defend, because that's just the best thing to do when it comes to playing defense in this game. But if you have the confidence, if you have the defensive confidence, I would actually say wingback is actually really good. I have tried it before, but, you know, I know a lot of y'all are very, very anxious about counterattacks. Defend. So that was a lot of explaining for you guys. There is no outro to this video. You least just outro. So I want to get as much information as possible at the beginning of the video, bring it to the gameplay, so you can see, you know, just kind of how the attack works, and, you know, some defending. And as I can't stress it enough, if you're not a good manual defender, you will struggle with this formation. This is a very, very manual heavy team when it comes to your build-up play, when it comes to your defense, when it comes to like just anything you're doing, when it comes to making people run forward. Now, if you have the players for it, aka the AI is good enough on your attack, they will do the runs you need them to do. You won't need to do left bumper or right bumper. They'll do the runs you need them to do, which is why you do want to have good attackers. They don't have to be meta, just good attackers. Goro has great attacking AI. Ramen has great attacking AI, and so does Morgan. You know, they all have very high attack and positioning. You know, Goro's is 897, Morgan's is 93, and Robin's is a 90. So, you know, they all have good attack and positioning, and that matters a lot on what kind of AI runs they will make. So, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Being boy, out of here. Have some fun.
For the visitors today, Nemanja Vidic plays alongside Gabriel in central defence. Jairzinho starts with Rafinha out wide, and leading the line today. She put it away, and a goal! Not any lead. Possession lost there. Trinity Rodman. Now with Rodman. Still looking for that elusive 50th goal. Will it happen today, Stuart?
Well, for her position, 49 goals is a great achievement, but she'd love to reach that milestone of 50. She's such a threat at
Oh, Stuart, opportunity here. Great defending. Surely now.
So many attacking options.
And no wonder she's on
So many
celebrating.
attacking options.
Trinity Rodman. Promising position this.
I hit B to shoot, and this game doesn't allow me to freaking shoot because Gabriel's running at me. So the game's just like, we're gonna have it to where your player won't shoot the ball, even though you hit B before Gabriel's getting in the freaking frame.
Sol.
Well, he's got to be
It should be 3-0 right now
absolutely magnificent.
because this game is not.
And short it is. Yaya Toure.
I should have went in. Got the space. Just overaimed it. Nice Melosian.
Think about a bit sloppy in possession. A glorious
Melosi gets to go.
and there it is.
He's likely out of here.
Well, trying to probe, but not succeeding. Teammates available. And credit is due for that good piece of defending. Chance to put them in front.
Oh, nice from Kelly O'Hara.
1-0. The reference. Begins in goal. Yaya Toure plays alongside Rafa Marquez in central midfield, and rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with just the one player in attack. What of the situation? An alert piece of defending. Guru Wrighton. Now with Alozi. And she's made the run. Rodman. Possession to give them the lead.
Who keeper again?
There it is. The
I'll just go near post.
game, and the lead certainly doesn't flatter them. Good value for it. Macario. Now the Dragons might be able to profit here. Toure. Great opportunity. Able to get his body in the way. Ronaldo. Well, she really deserves credit for that challenge. Yaya Toure. Room to roam on the wing for the Dragons. Players waiting in the centre. Will it happen this time?
Like she jumps for the ball, but doesn't like try. I'm hitting B to shoot. But she just jumps to control instead of jumping to shoot. Make that make sense. Why my player is jumping to control the ball instead of just jumping to freaking shoot the ball?
Suarez. Well, the defenders know they need to get tighter. Can't really allow runs like that. Oh, that's a really good run. And his teammate got him out of trouble. Alozi. Yaya Toure. Nicely timed tackle. It needs an accurate cross. This could level it. And it's
I earned my goals, my guy. I don't get a goal. Freaking lucky has bounce back.
Well, she's certainly not alone. Toure. Real chance.
Deserved.
Oh, it's gone in, would you believe? Not to it. Element of risk there, but he's won the ball. Trinity Rodman. Real chance. Keeper did his job
Oh
to
my
begin.
god, that's a goal if she doesn't do the animation. I'm just gonna freaking finesse it.
But the danger. Michel Alozi. Now with Marquez. Macario. Oh, it's there for her.
Bro, like she's charging up instead of just taking the shot.
The spot.
Just shoot the fucking ball.
Is it going to be 3-1? A goal! Short corner favourite. And defensive play to be applauded. The referee spotted the infringement, and it will be a free kick in a position of genuine.
Oh, and that two parts to the right.
Well, they can bring it out now. snakes out wide. Hazard. Could pull one back here. But no! What a glorious opportunity squandered to get back into this.
Well, that had to go in, didn't it? I just can't see them turning this around now.
And now to relieve the pressure by stringing a few passes together. Can he finish?
Bruh, these bounces are like so fucking wild, dude.
Second time of asking.
Well, he's just pulled off a great...
Just 15 minutes remaining. Well, the Dragons looking dangerous.
Bruh,
It's a superb save.
these delays are fucking wild.
It's a weighted pass. Can they create something? There it is.